I really haven't done these in a long while, but honestly, I have some things that I want to say about this Raw. And also, this show actually inspired me to make another video. I actually made another video that I haven't put up yet about the championships dying, and that was inspired by Simon from What Culture. And even though it is out of date because I did it before Payback, I'm still going to put it up because there is some relevancy to it. But I'm also going to do another video that's inspired by another What Culture guy, and that's Adam Lampier. So I'm going to probably do a discussion video on that a little bit later. But other than that, it's not about this. It is, well, that is actually about this Raw. Now, yeah, this Raw was kind of meh. It was kind of average, somewhat in the middle. But I will say this. This Raw actually did get me hyped up about Extreme Rules. The fact that we are actually going to have an Extreme Rules women's match makes me a little bit excited and makes me a little concerned at the same time. I'm not really afraid of Bayley going extreme because she did do that Iron Woman match with Sasha Banks. I'm more concerned about Alexa Bliss because let's be honest, Alexa Bliss is just now getting better in the ring. I haven't really seen her extreme on NXT. I mean, she has a great voice, an amazing talker, but her performance is just not up there yet. But she's getting there. She has a massive amount of potential. And she really did kind of surprise me at Payback. So I am hoping that she does pull off all stops, and I'm hoping that this isn't a dud. Just like the Hell in a Cell women's match with Charlotte and Sasha. That was a complete dud. But I'm just going to be hopeful. I'm going to be positive about this. And I'm really, really crunk about this happening at Extreme Rules, which is going to be next month. But other than that, guys, like I said before, this is somewhat of an average Raw, but it did have a great start. Having all the guys come out one by one, yes, it was predictable, but it was great to see Kurt Angle on my screen again. And it was great that Kurt Angle was only in a few segments, pretty much not the entire night. But it showed that this guy actually is a GM and he acts like a GM. And not only that, he's Kurt Angle. He's hilarious. I absolutely love it. But the one big negative that I have to say about this is definitely the commentary. It's not so much Corey Graves. Because I don't know why they had Corey Graves become a face. And then they have, for some strange reason, Booker T be a heel-ish tweener. I don't get it. And then you got Michael Cole that's in the middle. But Booker T, for some strange reason, he's like a mix between Jerry the King Lawler and JBL. The worst blend. And it's to the point where I really do want Booker T off my screen as well as off the announcement table. He's not a speaker for the people. I don't even know what he's saying half the time. I really do just want Booker T to go away. But besides Booker T, I don't know what they're going to do with Titus O'Neil. I don't. The Titus brand is a joke. We know it's a joke, but they're trying to make something of it. And they're trying to use him to push Apollo Crews. Look, like I said before, Apollo Crews is the most vanilla black man on the planet, and nothing can make that guy interesting. Not even the fact that he kicked Enzo Amore in the head, because everybody wants to kick Enzo Amore in the head. That's nothing special. They gotta do something about his character and make him somewhat, I don't know, not even likable. He's just boring. He still is boring. And I'm not trying to hate on the dude. I'm just being honest. He's boring, and Titus O'Neil is not going to help because nobody cares about Titus either. You got a guy that nobody cares about with a guy that's totally boring, and then you're trying to get the guy that nobody cares about to get over the boring guy? I don't know. That makes no sense to me. But the one thing that makes me a little bit happier is to actually see old classic heelish Goldust again. I mean, the fact that Goldust turned heel on R-Truth is not really anything shocking, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm kind of happy to see it because the Golden Truth has ran its course. It's a tag team I never wanted. It's a tag team I didn't want to see. And for some reason, they were on my screen every single night. And let's be honest, there's really nothing more for R-Truth to do. Like, really nothing. His best run was his heel turn, and that was years ago. And then another best run for him was when he was actually teaming up with The Miz. The babyface thing never worked. And I don't know what they're going to do with R-Truth now. I really don't. But he has a massive amount of potential. The guy can wrestle. It's just they make him look like a crackhead every night. I mean, for the last few years, he just looked like he was out of it. But now they're trying to make him a little bit serious about being on a tag team. And now they ended that, so I don't know what they're going to do. Please don't go back to doing Little Jimmy. I just want R-Truth to be the character I know he can be, as well as a great performer I know he is. But they're just utilizing him in one big giant stereotype, and it's ridiculous. But other than that, the one feud that I actually am kind of happy about is the feud between Sheamus and Cesaro and the Hardy Boys. In my opinion, I think that somehow Sheamus and Cesaro is going to take the belts off the Hardys and somehow make the Hardys broken. Well, more so broken Matt than Jeff. They're going to try to break them up so Jeff can have his singles run and Matt can just be broken. But we all know about the whole lawsuit thing, so it's really nothing to get into that. But honestly, I have to say that my favorite matches of the night definitely was the IC match. Now, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. In my video, I actually do talk about the IC title and how it was treated. I will say this. With Dean Ambrose having the title, he didn't do as much as John Cena with the US belt, but he's doing something with it. And honestly, I'm liking the fact that they're literally putting a lot more prestige and caring into this belt. Because it's not the man that makes the belt, it's the belt that makes the man, even though it's in reverse. But other than that, I like the feud between The Miz and Dean Ambrose. I am loving it. That match was amazing. That match was pretty quick paced. That match got the entire crowd hyped. It was really great to see. It was amazing, great finish. I liked it. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to kick The Miz in the balls? I mean, I think everybody wants to kick The Miz in the balls. Probably take a turn and just kick him just straight up in there. That didn't look good. But other than that, I'm just saying I like that finish. I really did. Straight up Dean. Classic Dean. Love it. And one of my favorite matches, I have to say, definitely was Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. This is something I kind of want to see on a pay-per-view, but I don't mind getting stuff for free. I mean, that was a good match. And man, that spear, though. That spear straight to the side of that post. It sounded like it hurt. I hope that Roman Reigns didn't dislocate his shoulder, but that was brutal. Straight up brutal. But other than that, oh my gosh. But honestly, that was my second favorite match of the night. I will say that the last main event really didn't do anything for me because, let's be honest, anything that Bray Wyatt says means nothing now. And it's sad. They really did mess up Bray Wyatt's character to where his character means nothing. And he means so much. I mean, that character was so strong in its debut to where you literally had video segments looking for him. Like, he was a big deal when he was with the Wyatts. But now, it's not gonna matter. And that makes me sad because I love his psychotic heel character. I love it. You don't see a good psychotic heel character like Bray Wyatt, and they're not utilizing him very well. This is my own humble opinion. And I don't think they're going to give him the championship belt again. They don't think it's going to go over well. But let's be honest. There are times that even they take missteps about some characters. And even they make mistakes about some characters. That's my overall opinion. But I think this guy can be an amazing psychotic heel. If only they can utilize him well. Excuse me. If only they can utilize him well. And they can actually do something with him. But unfortunately, they kind of blew that a long time ago. But honestly, y'all, my overall thoughts of this Raw is this. This Raw was somewhat average with some exciting matches. Matches that actually did get me, hyped up. And actually, I did not fall asleep throughout this whole 3-hour Raw. But I will say that they did a really good job making me hyped up towards Extreme Rules. Because that's what they're supposed to do with this show. Raw overall is supposed to get you hyped up for a pay-per-view. And since the Raw pay-per-view is not till next month, they're doing an amazing job hyping you up in the meantime. Especially this Fatal 4-Way that I'm excited about. And this Extreme Rules women's match that I'm excited about. So they did a really good job at that. And I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Good job to Raw. You're getting people hyped up for your pay-per-view this next month. So it's going to be still in everybody's minds. Which is what you're supposed to do. Because you're going up against Backlash. And Backlash has not really been bad for the past year. Maybe 2. Usually Backlash is usually a pretty good pay-per-view, and it hasn't really failed yet. So they have to go up against that. So they're actually doing a good job getting you hyped up for a pay-per-view for next month. So good job with that. But overall, guys, it was kind of average, but it did have its good parts. But leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about this Raw, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.